Hey there, I'm Yogi, and today I'm going to be doing something a little new. Usually I make Hitman Reborn content, and then I made one Yu-Gi-Oh video a while ago. So I decided, hey, why not combine the two and make a new little series about it, of making Hitman Reborn characters their own Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I will be making one for every member of the 10th generation Vongola family, except that I might combine Chrome and Mukuro's decks together. But yeah, I'll be going through, giving them all decks. I'll try to make it so that their decks have themes that relate to their characters, and then of course, the cards themselves will be references to the anime. So yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So today, we're going to be starting with Gokudera Hayato, the 10th generation Vongola Storm Guardian. And it's going to be pretty obvious as we start that this deck is very inspired by the Unchained archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! So this first video will give you a feel for like how the future videos formats are going to go, me going over the cards, and then at the end I'll probably even show a little combo or two. But yeah, let's jump right into the first card. We have Smoking Bomber Hayato, a fire pyro monster, level 4, 1900 attack, 800 defense. Obviously, this is Gokudera, as you can see. Now let's look at the effect. If this card is summoned, destroy one card on the field. Then you can add one bomb card from your deck to your hand. So this card, as cost, destroys a card on the field. And it doesn't specify any one of your cards, just a card on the field. It has to do that. It's not optional. You have to do that. But then we have the second one. And this is going to be very similar to all the rest of the cards we'll see. If this card destroyed a card on the field, or was destroyed while on the field, you can special summon one bomber monster from your deck or hand. And you can only use each effect once per turn. Now the second part of the effect is inspired by the Unchained archetype, where it's like destroy this card, special summon another Unchained from the deck. That's the first card. Let's go into the second one. We have Poisonous Bomber Bianchi, a level 4 pyro type monster. That is also a fire attribute. She has 1600 attack, 1200 defense. Obviously, Poisonous Bomber Bianchi, we know that's Gokudera's sister. Technically, she doesn't use bombs, but I was like, like we're doing references. I want to put her in there. But yeah. First effect, just like Gokudera, whenever summoned, destroy a card on the field for cost. You can special summon one bomber card from your deck. It's supposed to be monster, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so Gokudera is a searcher, and then Bianchi summons on summon as well. Then second part of the effect, if this card destroyed a card on the field or was destroyed while on the field, you can send a bomber monster from your deck to the graveyard. And once again, hard once per turn on both of those effects. So we're starting to see what the deck wants to do. Destroy a card to get an effect, Basically, you're gonna probably get 2 effects on the summon. But yeah, next one is Storm Bomber Yuri, the fire level 3 pyro, 1000 attack, 400 defense. The first effect on this one is actually a little bit different. If a card on the field was destroyed while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card, then destroy one card on the field. And the summon and destroy happens all in that one chain. That makes sense. So like, again, if it's Chain Link 1, Gokudera on field, Chain Link 2, Yuri can come out on the field, but right as it's summoned, before you do Gokudera's effect, as Chain Link 1, you have to destroy something right there. Second effect, if this card destroyed a card on the field or was destroyed while on the field, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card that has been destroyed at this turn. Hard once per turn on both of those effects again. So now we have a bit of a extender, while also being a time card. So you would probably want to save the summon for after you've destroyed a couple cards, So next one, we have the final main deck monster, which I didn't make too many of. Retired Bomber Shamal, a fire level 6 pyro, 2100 attack, 1900 defense. I completely forgot to say earlier, but yeah, Storm Bomber Yuri, reference to Gokudera's box weapon animal, Yuri, the Storm Cat. And then of course, again, back to Retired Bomber Shamal, was Dr. Shamal. Shamal, in the anime, he does know how to use dynamite, and he kind of was like the reason why Gokudera even like picked it up. And he also helped teach Gokudera how to use the dynamite, really. The first effect is just like the one on Yuri. The second effect, if this card destroyed a card or was destroyed while on the field, you can special summon one bomber monster from your deck or graveyard, then draw a card. So yeah, now this one I think is more of an extender than Yuri, because he summons a monster as well, but then also gets you a draw too. And with that, we will move into the only extra deck monster we have here, which is a fusion called Gen 10 Bomber Hayato and Yuri. It is a level 7 pyro fire, of course, 2800 attack and 2500 defense. It needs Smoking Bomber Hayato and Storm Bomber Yuri. Must first be special summoned from your extra deck by sending the above cards you control to the graveyard. If this card is special summoned, destroy up to 3 cards on the field. Again, not optional. You have to at least destroy 1 card on the summon. You can do 3, you can do 2, but you need at least 1 thing to destroy. If this thing is the only thing on the field, sorry, but it's leaving. Second one, if this card destroyed a card on the field, or was destroyed while on the field, you can special summon up to 2 bomber monsters from either your hand or graveyard, then inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And you can only use each effect once per turn. Again, another little bit of a burn card. Since it's, Gokudera and Yuri, we got the destroy, we have the special summoning, and then we also have the burning effect all in 1 card since it is both of them put together. And of course, this is a reference to Gokudera's Cambio Forma mode, the version X one, which is, from the manga. On to the spell cards now. For our first spell card, we have the quick play spell, Rocket Bombs, referencing Gokudera's rocket bombs from the anime. So for this one, you have to target up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them, and if you do destroy them, then you destroy a card you control. So we got more destruction effect. This time it actually targets. So, while the monsters can get around monsters that can't be targeted, this one will not. And then of course at the end you destroy 1 card you control, but you probably want that anyway. But it only happens if you actually destroy a card your opponent controls. And then the second effect, also inspired by the Unchained archetype. If this set card is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 bomb card from your deck to your hand, or if it's a monster, you can special summon it. And you can only use each effect once per turn. Again, like the Unchained archetype, when their traps or spells are destroyed, then they can summon an Unchained from their deck. With this, I wanted to do that, but I figured I was I'll just make it a search too though. So if you want, you can just search another spell or trap. Next spell card, quick play spell, Bomber CAI, reference to Systema Kai, basically, CAI Kai, The first time your bomber monster or monsters you currently control will be destroyed this turn, they are not. Is that a good effect for a deck that kind of wants their things being destroyed? Maybe not at first, but who knows, maybe sometime you already had their effects going off so you don't want them leaving the field. Also, it would protect the monsters from battle once too. And then of course, second effect, if it's, destroyed by card effect, add a bomb card, or if it's a monster, special summon it. Right, so we got targeted destruction, we have protection of your monsters. Then we have the next one, Bomber and Boss. This one is a continuous spell card. And if you look at the art, it's supposed to be a reference, obviously, and the name, Bomber and Boss. It's supposed to be Gokudera, and then there's Suno with his little hand on fire. But yeah, continuous spell. Second effect, you already know what it is. First effect though, once per turn, if a bomber monster or monsters on the field would be destroyed, you can destroy 1 bomber monster from your deck instead and treat it as if it was destroyed while on the field. This one's kind of inspired by Phantom of Yubel, where you can destroy a Yubel card from deck. Again, hard once per turn on both the effects, But of course that first part can activate on, your turn or your opponent's turn if they're trying to destroy a bomber monster too. And next we have the traps. Just like the spells, we only have 3Ds. First one, Bomber Poisoning. If a bomber monster or monsters were destroyed by an opponent's card, inflict 500 damage to them for each card that was destroyed. And the second effect, same thing, add or summon. Now this one is supposed to be referencing how, if you don't know, Gokudera with his sister Bianchi, we find out when, Gokudera, when they were both younger, she would feed Gokudera her poison cooking, But with how the deck is, honestly, I feel like this isn't that great unless you're really down with resources or you already have it in hand and you're finished with your combo. Next one is Passing of the Bomb, normal trap card as well. Destroy 1 bomber monster you control, then you have 1 other monster you control gain attack equal to the destroyed monster's attack until the end phase. This is supposed to be, Gokudera and then Shamal. Like I said, Gokudera kind of learned how to use dynamite from Shamal, so this is, almost like the passing of the torch, but passing of the bomb. And in the art, there even you can tell, some paper airplanes in there too, because Shamal was teaching him how to use dynamite by using paper airplanes to help him. But yeah, it's an interesting one, It destroys a bomber monster you control, so you can get an effect off that way. But it also lets you gain attack. And then we have the last trap card called Bombing Blunder, normal trap. This one says you can activate this card the turn it was set by sending 1 bomber card from your deck to your graveyard. The effect after doing that, when this card is activated, you can special summon 1 bomber monster from your hand, then destroy it. When this set card is destroyed, add a card or summon it, This is basically if you just kind of need to get a second effect off, because if you don't know, say your opponent activates Raigeki first and you chain Call the Haunted, to summon back a monster from your graveyard, You summon the monster back first as Chain Link 2. But if that monster has an effect on summon, that does not get activated there because it's just going to go straight to Raigeki and then it will destroy the monster. You won't get that summon effect. This is basically that on one card. You summon it and then you just destroy it. So you're not getting the effect on summon, but it was on field when it was destroyed. So you will be getting the second part of its effect. So that was all of them for a total of 11 cards. And with that, let's get into some combos. But we're gonna start with a Smoking Bomber Hayato and then any spell or trap card, you know. So basically this will be a 2-card combo and we'll just see how far we can go. So basically we can set this, right? Then we will normal summon Smoking Bomb, then activate the effect on summon, destroying a card for cost. Boop. And then this lets you add any bomb card from deck to your hand. And when I did bomb, I wanted, so like, you know, because they're bombers, but bomb is in that. So you could grab any of the monsters, or you can grab any of the, you know, spells or traps if you want to grab those, because they all have bomb in their names as well. For this one, we are just going to add, let's add a Yuri to hand, actually. Let's see what goes here. Then we're going to have links here. We have Chain 1, Hayato for the second effect to summon one from deck or hand. And then we'll have Chain 2, Bomber Poisoning, to either add one or summon a monster. So for this, we'll add to hand Bianchi, but then, you know, since it was if it's a monster, we can summon it, so it's going to come out on field. And for Hayato, we're going to we'll summon out Shamal. So we will only do Bianchi here to destroy any card on field, you know, special summon a bomber from deck. We'll destroy Shamal. And we can summon any other one if we want here. We can just summon another Yuri, I mean. And then we'll have links here. We'll do Chain 1, the Yuri in hand. Chain 2, Shamal, since he was destroyed. Special summon one bomber from deck or graveyard, then draw a card. And then Chain 3, Bianchi. So 3, which lets us send a bomber monster from deck to grave. We'll just send another Shamal. Shuffle the deck, Shamal's effect, the first one, blah, blah, blah. We'll summon another one from hand or graveyard. We'll summon this one out, and then we draw one. Okay. And then this Yuri will come out. And then I have to destroy one card on the field. Boing. And then, next new chain, this Yuri will come off, inflict 500 damage for each one that was destroyed, you know. We add 1, 2, 3. So this obviously is gonna go to me, but imagine it goes to your opponent. So 1500 damage, basically. And just like that, we have enough to summon out Hayato and Yuri. I mean, granted, you know, we have to send Hayato and Yuri to the graveyard. And then, you know, when it's summoned, special summon any of them, then inflict 1000 damage. Basically, we have to destroy at least one card, you know, to do it. So we'll destroy Shamal. You know, we'll just stop at that one. Declare the effect. Like I said, you can special summon up to 2 ones from either hand or your graveyard. So we'll summon out the Hayato and the Shamal. And then inflicts 1000 damage to the opponent. So that's a total of 25 damage to your opponent right now. And then from here, you could just, I guess, you could end the board here. Obviously, that was a 2-card combo, so you probably would have other cards in your hand too. You could have a Bonfire to grab another level 4 or lower Pyro monster if you want. Since we're doing this, I mean, might as well, right? Since we got 2 level 4s, we can overlay, go into a Banshee. Bada bing, bada boom, declare, detach any one of these, and then it adds any Pyro. Any one or any level 4? And I'll take any Pyro. Okay, I would just add like Electro Blaster, you know. And then we'd have these 2 cards in hands and whatever else you have. You got 4 cards in grave, and then if anything on the field is destroyed, then Yuri will activate and Shamal will both activate, summon themselves out. Then they would destroy something, but you know, and then get their secondary effect. So either more burn damage or another summon and a draw. All right, and we'll see if we can do one more here. Yeah, I would say I wanted to see Bomber and Boss in hand at least. We'll do him, and then we'll add Hayato, I guess. We'll start it off. I guess he could be anyone else. But yeah, we start with Bomber and Boss. So of course then we would normal summon out Hayato. We would declare the effect here, destroying its cost, but since we can do that, you know, this would allow us to activate to destroy anyone from deck, any bomber monster from deck instead, and treat it as if it was destroyable on the field. You know, we'll send Shamal. Treat that as if he was destroyed by on field. We're gonna add. We'll grab CAI this time. You know, why not? We'll do chain 1 here to special summon 1 bomber from deck or hand. And then we'll have the chain 2 effect here, where I can special summon a bomber from deck or graveyard and draw 1. Bianchi with him. And then we draw 1 here. And then Gokudera will summon out Yuri. So no effect of Yuri here, but effect of Bianchi. We'll destroy the continuous spell since we don't really need it right now. This summons 1 from the deck. So then we will chain the send 1. We'll just send a second Yuri. Alright, we can summon out Hayato and Yuri again. Sending these 2, of course. We'll activate. We'll destroy the Shamal and, you know, declare. Bring out Shamal again. You know, we'll summon these 2 out. These first. 2 level 4s. For Infernal Flame Banshee. Then, you know, declare. Detach, add any pyro. Yeah, we'll just add another Bianchi then, I guess. And bada bing, bada boom. 3 things on board. We got this, you know, set that. So anytime these 2 would be destroyed by battle or card effect, we can activate this, and it just stop them for that once. It would stop each of them from being destroyed once that next turn, or the turn I activate it. And then yeah. So as you can tell, it's a very, I don't know, it kind of feels like he doesn't do too much in a way. Maybe that's because it's just me on solo, and it's like, obviously, if you can destroy any card on field that's cost, you're probably, this is going to be a very going second kind of deck, so that way you can summon something, destroy a card your opponent controls, and then get your effects off, you know, and then hopefully go in for damage, you know. So it's a very like OTK kind of strategy, you know, almost like the new Tenpai Dragon deck. But yeah, those were the cards, and that was a demonstration of what they can do and little lines you can do with them, I guess. You know, hopefully I did them right, you know. If someone really knows how to play the game, it's like, oh, well, this card wouldn't work that way exactly, you know, let me know and maybe tell me how like I could change it to make it work the way I wanted to. But yeah, other than that, yeah, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down your thoughts and predictions on the next Hitman Reborn character I will make a deck on. You know, I've already decided it, but I want to see who you guys think it's going to be and see if you're right. You know, subscribe if you want. I'm going to try to get the next one out pretty soon. But yeah, thanks for watching. All right, bye.